All right, fam, welcome back to the Deep Dive Reddit Stories. This is basically the only place online where we put on our detective hats and dissect the absolute wildest stuff from the internet's forums.
Yeah, we take the source material you send us and like really unpack it. No stone left unturned.
Totally. And
Okay.
today, we're serving up a seriously piping hot Am I the Asshole drama. It's got everything: culture clashes, friend drama, some major main character energy.
Uh-huh. And maybe not always the good kind of main character energy, let's be real. No cap.
Right. Get ready for some truth bombs, maybe a few laughs, because we're diving into a situation where someone got called out for gatekeeping, a culture that wasn't even theirs. It's really giving, let me tell you how you should feel.
It's a classic internet spiral, honestly. Happens all the time.
So our mission today, we're going to break down this spicy Reddit thread, figure out the actual conflict, and try to understand why some people have such different takes on cultural exchange.
Yeah, trying to pin down what's appreciation versus, well,
Yeah.
whatever the other thing is people get mad about.
Exactly. Also, you don't have to doom scroll for hours. You are welcome.
We gotcha. So let's dive in.
Okay, the OG post title is, Would I be the asshole for telling my African-American friend that she can't gatekeep my culture? Quick Reddit 101 if you're new. AITA means Am I the Asshole? It's where people air their dirty laundry for the internet to judge.
Always a good time. So the OP, the original poster, is F26, Asian descent. She keeps the specific country kind of low-key, which is fair.
Yeah, totally.
Mhm.
And she says her friend group is pretty diverse, usually chill, normal friend stuff.
Until
Yeah.
it wasn't normal friend stuff anymore. So the inciting incident. One of OP's friends, a white guy, travels through Asia. He visits OP's home country.
Okay. Standard travel stuff.
Right. And while he's there, he starts wearing some of the traditional clothing, finds it comfy, good for the climate. Seems pretty straightforward.
But here's the plot twist, like the key part.
Yeah.
OP makes it super clear. Her culture is actually hyped when people wear their clothes.
Yeah, she says they see it as appreciation. It makes them feel appreciated, seen, and celebrated. Like, it's a good thing.
Total blessing from the locals, from her community. A full green light, no ambiguity.
Which brings us to the drama. Some of OP's African-American friends saw a video or something, and initially they freaked out.
Yeah, OP says they left insulting comments on the video in the group chat, basically outraged on OP's behalf.
Okay, so maybe a misunderstanding at first. Happens sometimes, people trying to be allies but getting it wrong.
Exactly. And OP explains that most of them did calm down after she explained her culture's view and her own feelings. Some even apologized. Standard stuff.
But there's always one, isn't there?
Always one. So this one friend won't stop. She keeps going.
Oh boy, what's she saying?
She's calling the white friend a colonizer, saying he's full of white privilege, basically telling him he absolutely cannot wear these clothes.
Wow. Even though the OP, who is from that culture, is saying it's completely fine.
Precisely. So OP's big question is, when at your house, would I be the asshole if I told this friend, bluntly, to drop it,
Okay.
and that her outrage and hatred are actually way more offensive than the guy wearing the clothes? It's got this massive mind-your-own-business vibe.
Yeah, I can see that. So OP puts this whole mess out there for Reddit to judge. What happened next?
Oh, the comment section. We dove in, obviously. And wow, it was pretty unified.
Let me guess. NTA, not the asshole.
Overwhelmingly NTA. Landslide victory for OP. Reddit was not having the friend's behavior.
That's interesting. Why the strong consensus, you think?
Well, a ton of comments pointed out this,
Hmm.
major difference in perspective between people actually living in their home countries versus people, say, who grew up in America about this whole cultural appropriation thing.
Ah, okay. Like the definition itself might be different depending on where you are.
Exactly. It's like different places, different rule books. The big theme was cultural appreciation, not appropriation. That was the vibe.
So making that distinction, how did they define the difference?
Mostly around respect. Actually wanting to learn, and this is key, getting encouragement from the culture itself, like OP's situation.
Right. Were there examples? People love examples.
So many examples. Okay, user Lean Genova said she went to an Indian friend's wedding. She's a pasty ginger, her words.
Okay.
And the family was so excited she wore lehenga, overwhelmed by how excited they were, took tons of pictures.
Oh, that sounds nice. Genuine appreciation.
Totally. And then I ate that with a spoon, who's Chinese-Canadian, went to a Bengali-Canadian wedding, wore saris and kurtas.
Yeah.
The family was so touched. People wanted photos with them because they were wearing the clothes.
See, that feels like cultural exchange, like sharing, not stealing.
Exactly. Another one, Anxious Appointment 70. Her daughter married into a Nigerian family. The American mother-in-law wore traditional Nigerian clothes to the wedding.
Risky move, some might say.
But nope, she was welcomed, loved for it. It showed respect.
Okay, so lots of personal stories supporting OP.
Yeah, and even on a bigger scale, like Vigilante and Glittering Advisor 19 pointed out, the Korean government actively encourages tourists to wear hanbok, the traditional dress, at cultural sites. They want you to.
Huh. So it's literally promoted.
Right. And Zwan 206, living in China, said people there get very excited and happy when foreigners rent hanfu to wear. It's not seen as offensive.
It sounds like the offense is maybe imported sometimes or projected.
That was definitely a theme. Oh, and my favorite. Shake Up 2017 was on a business trip in Thailand. The company gave them all traditional Thai outfits for a party.
Okay, how'd that go?
They felt kind of silly at first, but the Thai locals loved it. They ended up taking photos with like dozens of people who were just happy to see them embracing it.
It really hits that point. If you're respectful, the people from the culture often welcome it.
Totally. And someone, Unicorn Sunday Knows 12, made a great point about economics. Buying and wearing clothes from the culture.
Puts money back into it.
It's exactly. Supports the artisans, the local economy, which is like the opposite of harmful appropriation, right? Which often involves taking stuff without credit, maybe making money off it in like a dominant culture.
Yeah, that distinction feels important. It's not just about looks, it's about the flow of money and credit too.
Yeah.
User Ribbit Moment even brought up appropriation as an art term.
Oh, yeah.
Like taking something existing and making it new or different, which is different from just respectfully participating. It really boils down to intent and impact, doesn't it?
Definitely. Which leads to the other big theme in the comments. People getting offended on behalf of others.
The classic let me be mad for you situation.
Dude, so many Redditors were not here for the friend's behavior. Users like Not Bears, Hung White Boy 25 just straight up said, it's not their responsibility to be offended on your behalf.
Mic drop. It's like let people have their own feelings.
Right. And there was this user, IlinaU2, who identified as black, and they put it so plainly. If I'm offended by something, I'm a big boy, I can speak myself.
Wow, direct.
Super direct. Called the friend out for basically looking for reasons to be offended. Which, honestly, peak relatable if you've ever dealt with, like, overzealous allies stepping way over the line.
Yeah, that well-meaning interference that actually makes things worse. Thanks, but I got this.
Exactly. And some users, Stop Salover and Jambi, they kind of critique this whole identity-based thinking or tribalism.
How so?
Arguing it actually divides people instead of building community.
Yeah.
Like an accidental divide and conquer, where maybe being offended becomes part of the brand online.
Oof. That's a take.
For sure. And circling back, context is everything. That came up again and again.
The intent behind it all.
Yeah. Like, are you mocking it, making money off it without credit, perpetuating stereotypes? That's appropriation. That's the problem.
But if it's respect, curiosity, wanting to connect, that's appreciation.
Totally. Someone, HC600, used the example of a cheap geisha girl costume for Halloween versus respectfully wearing a proper kimono in Japan, maybe with help from locals.
Big difference. One's a caricature, the other's participation.
Exactly. And people like Newbie527 and Curious Alice pointed out, hey, cultural exchange, blending. It's been happening for, like, thousands of years. It's not new.
Right. Cultures borrow and adapt constantly. Far Too Lucid brought up Italian food and tomatoes.
Oh, yeah. Tomatoes aren't even from Italy originally. Came way later. Mind blown.
It shows how cultures evolve together. It's not always about strict boundaries.
Whoa, and get this. Saltymar4856 pointed out that even classic American cowboy culture, it's got deep roots in Black, Indigenous, and Mexican traditions. Not just white dudes.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, where do you even draw the line for gatekeeping when history is that mixed up already? Kind of makes you think.
Definitely complicates the ownership idea, which then led to this whole American mentality thing in the comments, right?
Oh, yeah. Multiple people, Bannerizes 19, we called the pies. Others basically said this intense focus on cultural appropriation is, well,
weirdly American.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That it's not really discussed the same way or as much outside the U.S.
Huh. That's a bold claim.
Well, check this one out. My absolute fave comment. This German user, generic name 2025, went full deadpan sarcasm.
Okay, hit me.
They wrote, as a German, I find your African-American friend highly offensive because she's driving a car. That is a German invention. She should stop cultural appropriation immediately.
Oh my God, no, they didn't.
They did, and then added, please tell her to return any books she may own because the book press is a German invention too.
Okay, that's actually hilarious and sharp. Points out the absurdity if you take it to the extreme.
Right. And then Sam Quanskilcher chimed in with that critique about how being offended is so hot in the U.S. right now because it gets you so many internet points.
Ah, the performative outrage angle again, where the offense itself is the currency.
Yeah, that definitely resonated with people. It's a cynical take, maybe, but you see it online.
True. Okay, so Reddit mostly sided with OP, but what happened with the friend? Was there an update?
There was an update. Always love an update. So OP met the friend in person to talk it out.
Okay, brave move. How did it go?
Not great. The friend apparently did promise to stop her comments,
Oh, good. Progress.
but thought OP was being extremely naive.
Ooh. Ouch.
Yeah,
So, I'll stop saying it, but you're wrong and dumb.
basically. The friend just brushed off OP's explanation about her country encouraging sharing the culture.
Dismissed it completely.
Yeah, and also dismissed OP's points about her own culture's history with appropriation and issues with other cultures, wasn't willing to hear OP's actual experience.
Wow. That sounds really unproductive, like talking to a wall.
That's exactly what OP said. Wasn't a very productive conversation. And she was thinking maybe the friendship was cooked.
Ending the friendship over this.
Yeah, she felt it was more of a deep-seated hatred coming from the friend than actual concern or allyship, which is heavy.
That's really rough when someone trying to help ends up being more hurtful than the original thing they were mad about.
Seriously, it forces you to reevaluate things.
So after digging through all that, what's the final vibe check? The big takeaway?
I mean, the core message from the whole thread seems pretty clear. If the culture itself is like, yeah, we're cool with this, it's appreciation.
Then it's appreciation. End of story. Bet.
Pretty much. The problem wasn't necessarily the action, but who decided to police it and why. Especially doing it for someone else against their wishes.
Really screams performative outrage, like you said. It underlines how crucial it is to actually listen to people from the culture, their voices, their experiences.
Right. Not just listen to self-appointed experts or people projecting their own stuff onto the situation. Otherwise, aren't you kind of doing the same colonizer thing, just with different words? Dictating how others should feel or act about their own culture?
That's a really sharp point. It flips the script back onto the person doing the policing.
Yeah. And it leaves us with a pretty big question, I think.
Lay it on us.
Okay, so in this online world where calling things out can sometimes feel like a way to score points, how do we actually have, genuine conversations about culture?
You mean foster real understanding and exchange without just getting caught in this crossfire of everyone trying to be morally superior?
Exactly. It's just staying in your lane, the answer. Or does that just shut down dialogue completely? How do we actually connect without stepping on virtual landmines constantly?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? No easy answer there. It's definitely something to chew on.
For real. All right, deep divers, that is the tea for today. That was a ride.
Definitely give us a lot to think about.
Totally. So, if you vibed with this deep dive, they're picking up or one putting down, please absolutely slay that subscribe button.
Yeah, drop us a comment too. Let us know what other Reddit rabbit holes you want us to fall down next.
Your feedback is the real MVP, no cap. All right, catch you on the next one, fam. Later.